Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this file, and if I understand them right, they want to change the spacing between this gear-looking thing. Not 100% necessary. And first of all, I'm going to put no outline. And I am going to set my nudge factor on something to get these things out of the way, so it's only 3 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 4. And I'm going to take my smart field tool. Don't really have to do this, but I don't want these in the way. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. I'm going to left click, right click, and make sure there's still a hairline. And then I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key, and I'm just going to delete these. And like I said, it's probably not 100% necessary, but give you some ideas on how to do that anyway. He wants to, if I understand him right, he wants to remove the kerf or make it shallower. Now you can see these lines aren't connected. So I need to connect them. So I'm going to select them all. They all turn solid blue. I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and join curves, and I've got it set on 0.01, and now they're all solid lines. Thankfully, this is a square box. It's a rectangle, and you can kind of tell by doing that right there. So what we need to do is we need to now, and remember the 4 inches, we're going to set it on 0.001. We're going to grab, and depending on how big he wants to make it, and I am going to hit the right arrow key. And now I'm going to hit the left arrow key. Well, let me back up here. Let me make it something bigger so we can actually see it move. I don't know how. So we're going to make it 0.01 instead of 0.01 or 001. And this only works because we've got them joined. So I moved that over and I moved that over. So now this curve is quite a bit thinner than the other one. Now I'm going to take my shape tool and I'm going to right click and break that curve apart. And I'm going to right click and break that curve apart. And now I'm going to delete everything except for that one section. And that's how the virtual segment delete key works. The indexing line stopped it. So now I'm going to leave that open, but I'm going to go to Dockers and transformation or transform, depending on which one you're in. There's 24 of these, so it's a 15-degree increment. I am going to grab, and you could duplicate this, but it's a lot easier, I think, to do it this way. Double click on the rotation and put it in the middle. It has to be dead on, so double check it is. I'm going to rotate it 15 degrees, which is 24 times, but I've already got one. Someone hit apply. Now we have a gap because we cut that off or we made it thinner. But very easily with the join curves, and it just so happens to be the distance is what I normally have my join curve distance at is 0.01. So if we use 0.01 to do that, so with the pick tool, select it all, and then hit the node or hit the shape tool, and then select them all. They're all going to turn solid, and then hit apply. And now you can see it close that line. Now there's a node there. And I would always take the smart fill tool and fill that in and move it out of the way. Well, I'm going to move it back because remember the 4 inches. Put it back to 4 inches. Move that out of the way 4 inches. I'm going to left click, right click, and make sure it's a hairline. Now I strongly believe that node would not be there. Well, it's still there, but it's not going to matter. It doesn't affect anything. I'm going to nudge it back over, and now I'm going to nudge my parts back over. And the original, it's the same size as the original. I only changed the kerf or the distance between here. I'm hoping that's what he wanted. There are several ways to do this, but I think this might be the best. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.